evening, everyone. Here we are back now, ready for kickoff here as we get ready to start this first initial game of the 2004 season between the homestanding Water Valley Blue Devils and the visiting Itawamba AHS Indians.
Number 1, Mikey Franks.
As you can see the cheerleaders standing there with their sign in the background. Playground bullies, I believe is what it says. As the Devils are all bunched behind the sign, getting ready to make their appearance onto the field.
Robert Ashby. Number 54, David Mills. Number 55, Jordan South.
As they get ready to make their appearance to the side, you can see the coaching staff begin to make their way up the sideline. And there they come. Poor sign didn't stand a chance. As the 2004 edition of the Blue Devils make their way to the sideline. Coaching staff coming in along behind them as they're getting everything set to go. Looks like the Blue Devils are going to kick off and the Indians will receive and get things started on offense here. Kicking off this year for the Blue Devils will be number 10, Stephen Tucker, a junior. Stephen and his family just moved here. His father is the pastor of the First United Methodist Church.
Doug, I think we probably won the toss because if we're kicking off, Coach Hammond's probably going to want to get on defense and set the tone early.
That is a good possibility. That has been standard practice in the past. If you win the toss, to defer to the second half. And now the Blue Devils are set to kick off here. Deep to receive, Taylor and Ashby back deep. There's the kick. It's short. Going to go to the short man, number 8. That's Josh Prolich. Oh, Prolich takes it back up to about the 43-yard line where he's tackled by Jason Langdon. And the Indians will take over 1st and 10 at their own 43-yard line.
1st and 10 from the 43.
He got under that kick a little bit and had a real fast rotation on it.
Good field position for the Indians to start their initial possession with here. Quarterback for the Indians will be number 12, Cody Trotter, a 175-pound junior. Opens up in the shotgun. 3 receivers out, 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Looking to pass on the first play, under pressure. Goes short to number 21, Kenny McKinney. And the Blue Devils swarm on him quickly. And Albert Horton, he of the vicious demeanor of sometimes out there on the field, stops him short at the 45. Albert, nice young man, but on the football field, he's rough.
That was good. They contained him really well.
2nd down now and 8 from the 45 for the Indians.
Looks like we got a really fast defensive front. Uh-oh,
ball on the ground. I believe that
they got it back.
The Indians were able to recover. That was number 21, McKinney, on the carry. He loses a yard back to the 44, which will bring up 3rd and long now from the 44 for the Indians. McKinney really never had control of that pitch from Trotter, and the ball got on the ground, and luckily for the Indians, he was able to recover. Once again, the Indians will go from a shotgun. Nice snap, Trotter gets it. Looking downfield, has a receiver open. Oh, and he takes it away from number 1 out there for James Johnson. Johnson was there with good coverage, but the receiver just managed to take it away.
Pulled it right off of our guy's back, it looked like.
Nice play there by the Indians receiver.
1st and 10 from the 28.
Well, that's a huge plus if you can get a receiver that can pull down a few of those.
Good concentration by the Indians receiver there to keep his eye on the ball and keep it focused and get the ball to come down. 1st and 10 Indians at the Blue Devil 28. Make it to 27. Straight ahead there to Howell. Ricky Howell, number 3, the ball carrier. Takes it down inside the 25 to about the 22.
Hit first by Albert Horton of the Blue Devils.
2nd and 5 as Howell picks up about 5 on the carry. 9:47 and counting to go in the first period. Nothing your score here as we're just underway. Indians on their initial possession. Go with the I formation now. Trotter under center. Hand it back to the tailback. That's Ashby.
First by number 44.
They didn't fool us on that one. Shannon had that one lined up the whole way.
Take it down to about the 20, just inside the 22-yard line. 3rd and 3 now from just outside the 21. Crucial play here for the Devil defense early. Receivers to the right with a slot, I formation. Penalty flag.
Penalty mark on the play.
Believe somebody may have moved. Delay of the game.
Delay of game called against the Indians.
Took a little bit too much time getting the snap off. On the penalty, the ball goes back to the 26-yard line where it'll be 3rd down and about 8.
3rd and 8 from 26.
Those kind of penalties, Steve, make coaches want to pull their hair out.
Oh, sure do. They're lined up in the eye, but it looks like it might be a pass. There it is.
Bootleg to the left, gets the pass off. It's complete to number 1, Franks. Franks is knocked out of bounds at the 15-yard line, and that's enough for an Indian first down.
Assisted by Geraldo Robertson.
That little number 1, he is fast.
Indian 1st and 10
he,
15.
Seems to be his quarterback's favorite receiver right now.
1st and 10 now for the Indians from the 15-yard line. 2 receivers to the left, I in the backfield. Howell and Ashby. They give it. Oh, what a lick by Stephen Hill on Ashby.
Stephen Hill of the Blue Devils.
You could hear that one up here in the booth.
With the headphones on.
Loss of about 2 on the play. Takes it all the way back to about the 17. 2nd and 12.
17.
I tell you what, there's nothing to fire a defense up faster than a big hit like that. I hope that'll carry over to the next play.
They go back to the spread formation.
Robert pass.
Offensive pass interference right there on number 10.
Interference penalty thrown is just the question of, I'm with you, Steve. I think he was pushing, but we'll see if the officials see it that way.
Yeah, what I saw, I'm hoping the official saw, was his hands stretched out on the Water Valley defender.
Okay, they're going to call a illegal block and pass interference.
There you go.
All right, the double whammy.
Offensive pass interference called against the Indians.
That makes 2nd down a little tougher.
Yeah, quite a bit. That one's gonna be costly as they decline the block below to the knees and go with the pass interference penalty. That takes the ball all the way back to the 32-yard line. Loss of down also on that. So it makes it 3rd down now.
2nd and 27.
And about 27 from the 32-yard line. Trotter takes the snap.
Back to pass.
Looking to go for a screen pass to McKinney. Not McKinney, excuse me, Ashby out there in the right flat. And the Blue Devil defense converges on him, and he wound up losing about 2. Actually, all the way back to about the 35-yard line. That's going to bring up 4th down and about 30 from the 25. And the Indians are going to elect for a 52-yard field goal attempt.
Well,
this kid better have a leg. Number 30, Brian Dozier. Timeout called. Let's see who.
Watch this kid.
The Indians call it. The Indians call it. We'll take a break and we'll be back to see if Dozier can actually kick a 52-yarder or not.
Commercial heating and air conditioning, commercial refrigeration. Call 473-1156. Also by Lawler's Grocery.
All right. We won't take the break. We'll stay here with it. We're going to be a short, not a full timeout.
I'm kind of anxious to see if he's really going to try this or not.
This may be one of those deals where they line up and try to pull them off.
Or he might snap it directly to the kicker and he might just pooch it down the field. There's a lot of things you can do, but
a lot of options here. But I sincerely doubt he attempts a 52-yard field goal.
We watched him in pregame, and he does have a really strong leg, but
that's a long way.
That is a long way.
That's a long way.
No wind helping either.
Holding will be number 11, Nick Brown. So let's see here. They line it up. 7 minutes to go in the first period. Ball resting on the 35. He will kick from the 42. There's the snap.
He booted it.
He got a foot in it. Hey, folks.
And he, just short and right.
Just short and to the right.
Field goal attempt is no good.
Nice try, though.
Got it was a nice leg in it.
And the Blue Devils now will take over. Let's see. On the 35, I believe, at the line of scrimmage.
For all your insurance and financial services needs, see us, Andy Epps, State Farm Office, like a good
Well, no, evidently they're going to get it at the 20.
Also by Larson's Piglet Wiggly, your locally owned and operated.
It went out of the end zone, that's right. It didn't touch anything.
Same thing as a touchback, I suppose.
Also by Jack and Judy Sarton.
So the Blue Devils get the ball on their own 20 for their initial first offensive drive. William Turner comes out at center.
I think they changed the rule this year on the from scrimmage kicks. Because usually the other team would get it at from where the ball was snapped from, but they're treating this like a touchback.
All right, they're going to wave it off. Okay. It was against Itawamba, whatever it was. I missed that signal.
Blue Devils take over 1st and 5 from the 25.
First play. Snap goes to number 19. And
we don't have
the Blue Devils have made a number change on us. Number 19 carrying the ball for the Blue Devils.
Blue Devil 1st down, 1st and 10 from the 31.
Okay, we're informed by reasonably knowledgeable sources that Pierre Allen is number 19. Straight ahead to number 44, Shannon Crow, right up the middle, running hard, all the way to the 47.
I didn't even catch who had the ball. That was a really nice play.
1st down, 1st and 10 from the 46.
That is exactly what Coach Hammond is hoping for, that the defense doesn't pick up the ball either. And they didn't.
They didn't.
1st and 10 for the Blue Devils from their own 47. Penalty flag on the play. Illegal procedure against the Blue Devils. I believe one of the Blue Devils moved a little soon. So that'll back them up 5. Back to the 42-yard line. 1st and 15.
Penalty brings up 1st and 15 from the 41.
6:14 and counting to go here in the first period of play. 0-0 is your score. The Indians' initial drive ended at the Blue Devil 35-yard line with a missed 52-yard field goal attempt. They hand it back to Brandon Hawkins. Hawkins with the ball. He takes it up to back to about the original line of scrimmage at the 47.
First one, number 4, Ty Crane of the Indians.
Tell you what, it looks like Josh Sims has gotten even bigger. Slimmed down a little bit and put on some muscle.
Brings up 2nd and 9 from the 48.
Official timeout on the field for the water break, and we'll take a break right here. We'll be back after this. Second down and 8 for the Blue Devils from their own 47-yard line now. 5:40 to go, 0-0 your score.
Second down, 2nd and 9 from the 48.
Pierre Allen takes the pitch, looking for running room up the middle. Following is a big offensive line, takes it across the 50 down to the 47-yard line of the Indians. Where it'll be third down now at about 5. We'll make it 4. Blue Devils operating with a double tight end set, double wing, one fullback. The fullback is number 44, Shannon Crow. Your two wings, Pierre Allen and number 14, Raymond Hawkins. Brandon Hawkins. They pitch it back to Brandon. Brandon's up the middle. Rumbles down inside the 35 to the 34. First down, Blue Devils.
He ran over Ty Crane there to pick up a few more.
Blue Devil 1st and 10 from the 34.
I'll tell you what, that offensive line is doing a great job. It seems like we're breaking through their front 5 or 6 and penetrating really good. We're getting tackled by the linebackers more than anything.
Johnson back to pass, rolling. Here's a receiver wide open. Pierre Allen, touchdown, Blue Devils. Oh, you couldn't have drawn it up any better.
And that situation, you just gotta hope that you catch the ball, because you know nobody's on you.
He was so wide open till it wasn't even funny.
I always get nervous when you see somebody that wide open.
Number 10, Stephen Tucker on now for the extra point attempt out of the hold of number 12, Antonio Johnson. And he pulls it sharply to the left, and the extra point attempt is no good, but the Blue Devils are on the board. They lead the Indians 6-0, and we'll be back with kickoff right after this. Set for kickoff. This time, I believe, handling the kickoff will be number 34, and that's going to be Jeffrey Vance, a sophomore, who also will handle the punting duties.
Like he's lined up to kick it to the near side.
The Blue Devils. If I understand from talking with Coach Hammond during the earlier part of preseason practice, what he wants Jeff to do is kick it as high as possible and let his coverage get downfield and get on it.
He doesn't want to give them a chance to return one.
Loose football. And there's a scramble for it at the 40, but I believe the Indians come up with it.
I think it popped out of his arms, and he just fell right on the ground on top of it.
1st and 10. That makes the players and the coaches nervous when you see that ball rolling around out there.
They've had a few come out of their arms already.
1st and 10 Indians from their own 40 now, trailing 6-0 to the Blue Devils. They hand it off to Ashby, and he is just smothered in the backfield by the Blue Devil defense. Dropped for a loss back to the 36.
Not sure if they didn't hear them call the play in the huddle.
Hit first by number 22, Justin Mitchell for the Blue Devils. Loss on the play brings it 2nd and 13 from the 37.
2nd down now and 13. Schroeder back Pumps. It was intended for number 21 there, McKinney. McKinney couldn't hold on this time, and Trotter took a lick.
He sure did. As soon as he let go of the ball, looked like the free safety came loose, nailed him.
Brings up third down, 3rd and 13 from the 37.
3rd and 13 now. 3:41 and counting here in the first quarter. 6-0 Blue Devils. Slot receiver to the right. Single receiver left.
Trotter back to pass.
Trotter back to pass, looking for the man down the sideline, and he overthrows number 14, Bo Jeffcoat. And that'll bring up a 4th down.
Brings up 4th down, 4th and 13 from the
Indians will be in a punting situation from their own 37-yard line on a 4th and 13.
I watched this punter a little bit before the game, and it seems like he's got great form, and he kicks the ball really well, but he takes forever to kick it. He'll get the ball and set it.
Well, he better get it in a hurry because they're coming for him. A little too zealous.
And we almost got that one. He just like we didn't go to the block point, went towards the kicker instead of the block point.
They're going to get number 7, Marcus Woodard, for roughing the kicker. And let's see.
Roughing the kicker call against the Blue Devils.
And it's just enough to give them the first down. It was a 4th and 13. The 15-yard penalty gives them the first down by 2 yards. Personal foul, the call. Roughing the kicker against the Blue Devils. And the Indians extend their drive thanks to a Blue Devil mistake. 1st and 10 now for the Indians from the Blue Devil 48-yard line.
Brings up 1st and 10.
That's always a close call whenever you think you can block one and you're getting back there and end up running into the kicker. It was a hustle mistake.
Slots to the right.
Ashby
they hand it off. Ashby almost tackled twice behind the line of scrimmage before he's finally dropped at the line just after a yard gain by Shannon Crow, number 44.
Gain of 1 on the play brings up 2nd and 9 from the 47.
Justin Thomas, Keegan Moore, Justin Mitchell, Scott Stewart along the defensive front there for the Blue Devils. Oh my goodness, that was
number 22.
That was a chancy play there as number 7 Woodard was almost in position to intercept that pass.
For the Indians.
Oh, after the incompletion, it's 3rd and 9 for the Indians.
He just turned his head one time. He might could have had that one and taken it in easy.
2:48 left to go here in the first period of play. 6-0 Blue Devils. Single receiver left, slot receivers to the right. Trotter takes the snap, looks down, looks across the middle. And there comes some late flags in. Those officials had to think about that one for a while.
Like our safety just then the receiver ran into each other.
Pass interference call against number 14, Brandon Hawkins.
Pass interference call against the Blue Devil.
With the penalty assessed, that takes the ball down to the 33-yard line. I'll make it almost to 32.
And 1st and 10.
1st and 10 for the Indians. Indians operating out of the eye. That's Esters in at fullback. Esters gets the ball.
Shannon.
Number 10, Esters on the carry for the Indians.
Like Shannon Crow met him at the line.
He gains maybe a couple down to about the 31. 2nd and 8.
Hit first by Antonio Hoskins of the Blue Devils.
Shannon did a good job getting him wrapped up and pulling him down. That's a big back.
to 31.
Tell you what, I'm glad that's him hitting him and not me.
2nd and 8 now out of the spread.
Trotter back to pass.
Trotter. Oh! Completed down to about the 22-yard line. That was Bo Jeffcoat on the catch. Hammered there by Raymond Hawkins.
Those little 10-yard routes. 10 yards and in, they're hard to defend if the quarterback's on. He's throwing the ball good.
And that is enough for the first down.
1st and 10 from the 22.
Knew exactly how far he needed.
1st and 10 now for the Indians from the 22-yard line. 1:59 to go here in the first period, as the Indians try to get on the board here and tie this thing up. Long out to the left. They go straight up the middle to Esters.
Brought down by Raymond Hawkins.
Esters goes down, takes it down inside the 15 to about the 14, where it'll be 2nd and short. 2nd down and about 2.
Gain of 8 brings it 2nd and 2.
Can't give that guy a whole lot of momentum. Once he gets going, it's really hard to bring him down.
Give the ball to Prestige straight up the middle, and he is met there with a surge by the defense, and he has nowhere to go, maybe even lost a half a yard.
Ran it right into the back of his offensive lineman there, he couldn't do anything. Defense had him stopped up.
I see a possible reason for that. Big number 5-0 out there in the middle of the Blue Devil defense.
14.
Rolling to his right. Almost picked off as the Blue Devils knock it out of the way, and it falls incomplete. That one was tipped around, and about 3 Blue Devils wound up with their hands on it, but couldn't anybody bring it in under control.
I think the first guy was worried about the other 4 coming at him.
This will bring up a 4th down now and about 3. Ball resting on about the 14-yard line. This is going to bring out the field goal unit. This is number 30 coming out once again. Dozier, Brian Dozier.
Brian Dozier to attempt the field goal.
This will be a 31-yard attempt.
Jesse Esters to hold.
With the strength of his leg a while ago he showed on that 52-yard attempt, he has the range to hit this, definitely.
Looks like it's right down the middle. It is.
And he drilled that one. A 32-yard field goal for the Indians. 6-3 your score. We'll be back with kickoff after this. Your score in favor of the Blue Devils with 5.4 seconds left to go here in the first quarter of play. Just about enough time to get the ball kicked off and maybe a run back, as Dozier will kick it off for the Indians.
Back deep receiving the Blue Devils, number 19.
Dozier, a 170-pound senior. I would not be surprised if Dozier was not kicking somewhere for somebody next year, next fall.
Usually your kicker gets back 9 yards or 7 yards. He's back 3, and pregame was kicking them right at 60 yards.
2 steps and puts a foot into it, and he drives it all the way down to about the 5-yard line.
29, Jimmy Caldwell on the return for the Blue.
Caldwell picks it up there, number 29. He takes it back to about the 20-yard line, where the Blue Devils will take over 1st and 10. And time has expired here. That's the end of the first period. 6-3 your score in favor of the Blue Devils. 6-3 to score here at the beginning of the second period of play. The Blue Devils got on the board in the first quarter with about I believe that was going to be somewhere close to a 35-yard touchdown pass from Antonio Johnson to Pierre Allen. The Tucker extra point attempt was no good. That made the score 6-0. Then the Indians got on the board close to the end of the first period of play with a 32-yard field goal by Brian Dozier.
Really good quarter. Saw a lot of little mistakes out there, but that's going to happen first quarter.
The Blue Devil defense did a pretty good job smothering the Indians, and then of course had them stop back in their own end, and then the roughing the kicker penalty gave the Indians new life, and they managed to drive down and get on the board with the field goal. Johnson hands it off to number 14, Brandon Hawkins. And Hawkins takes it all the way to the 34-yard line. First and 10 Blue Devils as number 22, Corey Shumpert, saves 6 possibly for the Indians.
I'd have liked to see him try to throw a move on him right there at the end. He had him lowering his shoulder early. I don't know, that first game though, you just really want to hit somebody.
Allen comes in motion, almost had a miscommunication there in the backfield, but Allen manages to get the ball across the line of scrimmage up to the 36. Gain of a couple. Call it 2nd and 8.
Gain of 2 on the play brings it 2nd and 8 from the 36.
Blue Devils still learning this new offense and still working on their timing with it. William Turner comes out at center. Pitch it back to Allen. Allen through the middle looking for running room. Trying to break tackles, and he takes it across the 40 to the 42.
Number 9, Prestige.
Got about 2 or 3 yards after initial contact. Coaches really love to see that.
That's the difference too this year in Pierre from last year. Last year that first tackler would have probably gotten him down, but Pierre has gained some in strength and added a little more weight over the year, and he's going to be a little harder to bring down this season.
You can tell he's really been working in the offseason.
Of course, Pierre finished second to Trell Kimmons in the 200 and 400 in the state track meet earlier. Of course, Kimmons won everything in track in 2A last year. That kid's probably about the fastest thing I've seen running.
What just happened there, Coach Hamlin will be really, really proud about what just happened here. The offensive line basically got that first down for him. Shannon Crow, he just walked over the center, got the 2 yards for the first down.
1st and 10 now for the Blue Devils from the 45-yard line. Hawkins and Allen your wings. Crow the fullback. They give it to Hawkins. Hawkins still on his feet. Gets a couple of blocks, takes it downfield, and boy, he's knocked out of bounds at the 46-yard line of the Indians.
He is really running the ball good in traffic.
Actually, they mark him out of bounds at the 45, which should be enough for a first down for the Blue Devils. It is.
Blue Devil 1st and 10 from the 45.
Just inside the Indian 45-yard line. Johnson on the quarterback bootleg.
Oh, he got away.
Dodges a couple of tackles, but he manages to get back to the line of scrimmage. But good presence there of mind to stay at home and by the Indian defense, and they stop him for no gain.
Lots of one on the play, brings up 2nd and 11 from the 46 for the Blue Devils.
I noticed that the Blue Devils are shifting a couple of their bigger linemen from one side to the other. Josh Sims is playing guard, Stephen Hill's playing tackle. They're switching them from left to right.
I don't know if that's to set up the play or maybe to throw the defense, just to decoy the defense a little bit.
This time Josh and Stephen are on the left side.
And they're running on
right on that side, right in behind them. Pierre Allen takes it down inside the 45, gets forward progress down to about the 42-yard line. Gain of about 3 on the play. Call it 3rd and 7. Of course, that's a pretty good load to run behind when you run behind Josh and Steven.
That's right. There was definitely a hole there. It looked like the linebacker, safety one, just stepped around Josh and made the play. So quick give to
Brandon Hawkins breaks it to the outside. One man holds him up. That's 22, Schumpert.
Yeah, easy first down.
Tackles him down at about the 27-yard line. First down for the Blue Devils at the Indian 27.
I'm really impressed with Coach Hammond's offense so far.
1st and 10 from the 27.
Not too many plays where we get stopped. We're usually gaining at least 3.
All right, this time they run. Pierre Allen, you can kiss it bye, folks. He's gone to the house. Touchdown, Blue Devils.
I don't think anybody touched him.
I believe you're right, Steve. When he came off the line of scrimmage, nobody else touched him. He was gone.
Well, they're going to go for 2, it looks like.
Yeah, that looks to be the case. And instead of going for the extra point, because they missed it the last time, go for 2 to try to go up 14-3. Antonio Johnson gets the play and comes back in.
This offense looks like a kind of a goal line offense all the time.
Man comes in motion. They give it to Brandon Hawkins. He's in. The 2-point conversion is good. That makes the score the Blue Devils 14, the Indians 3. We'll be back with the kickoff right after this. 7:56 to go in the first half of play here. 14 for the Blue Devils and 3 for the Indians. The Indians on the board with a 32-yard field goal by Brian Dozier. The Blue Devils just got on the board with a 20-something yard run by Pierre Allen. Pierre Allen's second touchdown of the night. And the Blue Devils lead it 14-3. Stephen Tucker will kick it off here for the Blue Devils.
Number 10 kicking off.
McKinney back deep to receive for the Indians, along with number 24, Corey Taylor. There comes the whistle. Tucker gets a foot into it.
Uh-oh.
Oh, goodness.
That was a great tackle.
That was, let's see, who was that came flying in there? Number 9. Of course, Albert Horton. 1st and 10 now for the Indians from their own 37-yard line.
A little miscommunication on the part of the Indians there. You looked like maybe they were going to run into each other like 2 outfielders.
Indians take over 1st and 10 from the 36.
Hoping to see the ball come out, but he stayed with it.
Slot receivers to the left, single receiver right, I formation in the backfield. Ester's at the fullback. Trotter back to pass. Tipped by the Blue Devils. Let's see, that was number 5.
Number 5, Antonio Hoskins of the Blue Devils.
Antonio Hoskins, who I really thought wasn't supposed to play tonight.
That's right. It said that he was injured and going to be out for 2 to 3 games.
Antonio got his bell rung against Oxford in the scrimmage last week and had a concussion, but I guess he was cleared to play. Otherwise, he wouldn't be out there. And I'll tell you what, that's a young man to watch in coming years. He's going to be a player.
It must be nice to have that young body that heals fast.
Trotter, they hand it off to number 31. That's Ashby. Ashby takes it up to about the 40, maybe the 41.
I watched the quarterback on that last play, and when he dropped back, he never took his eyes off the receiver. Hopefully that'll be something we can pick up on and pick a few off later on in the game.
Gain of 5 on the play brings up 3rd and 5 from the 41.
Oh, okay. The infamous Blue Devil cannon is being fired this year by Barry Hamilton. Keeping an eye on Son Jace.
Sims is getting a rest.
Third down now at about 6 for the Indians. Trotter back to pass, under pressure, gets the pass off to.
Oh, ball came out and out of bounds.
Fumble goes out of bounds.
Number 14, Brandon Hawkins of the Blue Devils.
Catch didn't. It looked like it may have went out of bounds at the 40.
Ball goes out at the
39.
Okay, they're saying that Hawkins had possession of it before he lost it.
From the 39.
Yeah, he caught it, and when he turned upfield, he got hit and the ball came out.
Well, no, okay, no, they're saying that the Indians kept possession. They're calling it fourth and 7. Blue Devils are back in, to receive the punt. This is Sheffield dropping back.
Oh.
Hawkins catches it at the 35, looking for some running room, takes it up to about the 41, and that's where the Blue Devils will take over.
Number 9, Chance Prestige.
I think Coach Hammond's going to go after that punt every time.
In talking to him, you can look for that pretty much every punt. He's going to be coming at you.
I'll tell you, that's a great strategy in high school, because if you can pressure that punter, make him mess up, then you're going to have better field position that way.
Well, the law of averages are going to go in your favor. You're going to get one every so often.
That's right. What I've seen from this guy, if we get anybody free, it's going to be blocked.
First and 10 Blue Devils from their own 40. Pitch it back to Hawkins. Hawkins has been the workhorse so far on the ground. Hawkins takes it up across the 45 to about the 46.
Number 3, Ricky Howell for the Indians.
This is true. It was just pointed out to me that the Blue Devils have not punted the ball yet.
Brings up second down, 2nd and 5.
6:30 and counting here in the first half. 14-3 in favor of the Blue Devils. Both Blue Devil possessions have ended in scores. Number 1, James Johnson comes out wide here to the right.
Oh, he's wide open. Here he comes.
And there was nobody on him. James is out there like, hey!
Oh,
Brandon Hawkins with the ball, looking to get around the end, and he takes it up to about the 48, close to the 49-yard line before he's cut down there by number 9, Chance Prestige.
Like it's going to be our first punt coming up.
Let's see, it makes it
third down, 3rd and 2.
Oh, it's third down.
Third and about 2 from just shy of the 49.
The yard marker turned really fast.
Justin Thomas, the tight end, brings the play in. He and Jason Langdon are the tight ends. Straight ahead to Shannon Crow, still on his feet. Rumbles down inside the 40 to the 35-yard line.
Well, defenders couldn't even see him behind Big Sims coming down the middle.
Shannon just got him behind Big 5-0, and down the field he went.
Blue Devil 1st and 10 from the 36.
1st and 10 now, and that's going to be the timeout for the water break here in the second half at 5:17 to go. We'll take a break and we'll be back. 5:17 remaining in the first half, 14-3 in favor of the Blue Devils. 1st and 10 now for the Devils from the Indian 35-yard line. And the Devils come out in their standard set now that they run the 2-wing single back set, 2 tight ends. Antonio Johnson, your quarterback. They send Pierre Allen in motion. Fake it to Crow. Down the field, wide open is Hawkins. Oh, and it was tipped. Nice play down there by the Indians defensive back. That was number 32, Marquez Shumpert. He saved 6 because he was
a great play.
He was definitely there. Nice defensive play there by the Indians. 2nd and 10.
He came out of nowhere, just about jumped up as high as he could and barely got a hand on it.
Well, of course, that ball hung up there for a little while too. Gave him a little time to adjust to the ball, as Hawkins had to wait on it a little bit. Straight ahead to Crow. Crow takes it down to about the 31.
third and about 6.
Number 9, Chance Prestage for the Indians.
Yep, third and about 6 from about the 31-yard line. I'll tell you what, that Blue Devil offensive line is really doing a heck of a job.
I think they pretty much controlled it all night, like you were saying earlier.
From 32.
Number 1 coming into the game, James Johnson. The offensive line, of course, the Harris brothers, Danny and Larry, playing guard and tackle on the left side. Josh Sims, Stephen Hill on the right. William Turner at center. They give it to Pierre Allen, and Pierre unfortunately runs right into the defense as he tries to go off the left side, and there was nothing there.
Like number 55 for the Indians just made a great play. He met with the offensive lineman and got one arm free enough to grab a hold of it.
4th down, 4th and 7 from the 33 for the Blue Devils.
4th down now and 7 from the 33-yard line with 3:48 and counting here in the first half. The Blue Devils up 14-3.
I also heard that we're not gonna punt the ball a whole lot on this side of the 50-yard line.
Quick pass across the middle. That's James Johnson. Oh, and he makes a nice grab. Nice catch there by James Johnson.
First down.
That was a nice route he ran. He stepped just in front of the defender and blocked him out of the play. Dove and caught the ball.
That's down inside the 20 to the almost to the 18-yard line. 1st and 10 Blue Devils. Excellent catch there by James, a 155-pound junior. This is true. Pierre Allen now wide right. Brandon Hawkins wide left. They give it straight ahead to Crow.
Clock's running. We got 3 minutes and 5 seconds. Trying to chew up a little.
Crow takes it down to about the 17-yard line. Yeah, I wouldn't expect to see a whole lot of pass play going on here. I would think Coach Hammond would want to chew up a little clock here and then score with about 2 seconds left before the end of the half. Second and 8. Straight ahead to Crow. Crow breaks a couple of tackles. Hey, Shannon Crow, touchdown, Blue Devils.
I'll tell you what, Shannon's broken a few.
Tell you what, these Blue Devils have come out tonight and they mean business out here on Bobby Clark Field.
They look determined as I've seen them in a while.
Stephen Tucker on now for the extra point attempt out of the hold of Antonio Johnson. 2:28 to go. Snap is down, the kick is up.
That one looks good.
And Stephen nails it. 21-3 in favor of the Blue Devils, and we'll be back with the kickoff right after this. 2:28 to go here. 21-3 in favor of the Water Valley Blue Devils here toward the end of the first half of play. The Indians on the board via the field goal route. They scored on a 32-yard field goal by Brian Dozier. The Blue Devils with 2 touchdowns from Pierre Allen and another from Shannon Crow.
Talking earlier.
And the Blue Devils have had the ball 3 times. They've scored 3 times.
Well, that's a real good percentage.
Number 24, Taylor back.
We were talking about Coach probably wanting to chew up a little clock, but I'm thinking he'd rather have that touchdown.
Tucker gets a decent foot into that one, kicks it down to about the 15. Picked up there by Taylor.
Oh, good cover.
Oh, Antonio Hoskins drives him into the ground at the 30-yard line.
He's going to need to get the grass out of his face mask.
For those of you, he is as large as he looks on TV, folks. He is only a freshman. Antonio Hoskins, 6 feet 185.
I was standing beside him, I think about 2 months ago, and he's bigger than I am, and he looks like a senior.
1st and 10 for the Indians now from the 30.
Oh, good play.
Nice penetration there by number 22, Justin Mitchell.
Tripped up by number 22 of the Blue Devils, Justin Mitchell.
For those of you tuning in, not recognizing the voice that you're hearing, is Lane Hart had prior commitments. Former Ole Miss kicker and Jacksonville Jaguar star, Steve Lindsay, filling in admirably for him this week.
29.
Oh, Lane, he had something he had to do and asked if I wanted to do it, and I said, sure.
We're having a good time. 2nd and 12.
If I talk over Doug a lot, you'll know I'm just a rookie at this.
Trotter back to pass, pumps it, has a receiver wide open. Number 1, that's Frank.
Oh, he fumbled.
Oh, and he fumbles the football.
It looks like Water Valley's going to get it. And going the other way.
All right. Woodard goes out of bounds at the 45-yard line. Alert play by the Blue Devils. Whoa, let me tell you what.
Oh, talking about that they just gave us 7 points.
Mikey Franks was counting his points before he got there, and he just dropped the ball.
Nobody hit him. It looked maybe like he had the ball riding low in he was carrying it low, and his knee might have knocked it out.
He was thinking how good he was going to look when he crossed that goal line, and he didn't quite make it. 1st and 10 for the Blue Devils from the 44.
That hurts.
That one hurts with 1:25 left to go in the half, and you give the ball back to the Blue Devils with another chance to score. Straight up the middle, Shannon Crow takes it up to about the midfield mark, picks up about 5.
Josh Polish for the Indians.
Reckon the coach over there's heart stopped for a few seconds.
5 on the play brings up 2nd down, 2nd and 5 from the 50.
Coach Spradlin, who we understand has been away from the game for a while, not a nice reintroduction into high school football for him this evening. 2nd down and about 5 now. Allen in motion. Johnson back to pass, under pressure. Oh, it was
just
tipped
out of reach.
And just out of reach of Brandon Hawkins. He almost made a heck of a play and came back and got the tip, but just wasn't quite able to get there.
Brings up 3rd down, 3rd and 5 from the 50.
3rd and 5 now from midfield. .9 seconds to go in the half. The Blue Devils up 21-3.
Uh-oh.
Back to pass.
Johnson under pressure, rolls to his left,
Johnson on the carry.
tucks it, he's going to run, heading for the sidelines, and he
First
steps out of bounds after he picks up the 1st down at about the 45-yard line.
Chance presses the Indians.
Tony paying attention to where his yard marker was and stepped out of bounds after he had got the 1st down.
Blue Devil 1st and 10 from the 44.
Tell you what, that was a good move to get away from that defender. Looked like a sure loss of about 8 or 9 and turned it into a 1st down. That's going to be a good weapon for us this year.
1st and 10 now from the 44. Straight ahead, that was Crow.
It's like he's just eating the clock right now with 30 seconds left.
Takes it down to about the 40, where it should be about 2nd and 5, or 2nd and 6 rather. Coming up now on 20 seconds.
I'd be surprised if he ran another play.
Brings it 2nd and 6 from the 40 for the Blue Devils.
This may be the last play here. I think from just looking at the coaching staff talking amongst themselves on the sideline, they're going to be just happy. Be happy to be up 21-3 and just go in at the half here with that lead and be glad of it. And that is the situation. Time expires here at the end of the 1st half of play with your score. The homestanding Blue Devils 21, the visiting Indians 3. All right, here we are just about ready to get this thing back underway here in the 2nd half.
Blue Devils will receive.
The Blue Devils will receive to start the 2nd half as they won the toss and deferred to the 2nd half. 21-3 is your score. And the Blue Devils had the ball 3 times in the 1st half, and they scored 3 times in the 1st half. Pretty much along the line following what Coach Hammond wanted to do. Get the ball, drive it down the field, score, limit the opportunities the other guy has.
That was a great first half. I don't think you could ask for anything better, except maybe that guy missed that other field goal. But I think, we keep that kind of percentage up, we shouldn't have another problem tonight.
Number 30, Dozier, out for the kickoff now. He, the reason that the Indians are on the board with the 32-yard field goal. Back deep to receive for the Blue Devils, number 14, Brandon Hawkins, number 19, Pierre Allen, and number 1, James Johnson. Your up back is number 22, Justin Mitchell. And here once again, Dozier will take like 2 steps and kick the ball.
Oh, back up.
Catch it at about the 10. Pierre Allen waits for his wall to develop. Cuts it back up the field. Uh-oh.
There he goes.
Look out.
The kicker left.
One man to beat, the kicker to beat.
Oh.
He catches him and throws him out of bounds at about the 22-yard line. Otherwise, it's 6.
Uh-oh, we got a flag, too. And it looks like on Water Valley, the way that their kicker is acting. Dozier got up screaming, pumping his fist.
Let's see what the call turns out to be.
Like maybe a sideline infraction.
Coach Higdon is not happy.
No. Not hard to tell his expression.
Let's see what exactly the call turns out to be. The Blue Devils are going to have the ball. It's just where are they going to have the ball is the question.
Walking it backward.
Personal foul against the Blue Devils is the call. So instead of having the ball at about the 25, the Blue Devils will instead get the ball at the 37. Still not bad field position, but you'd much rather be down inside the 20.
First and 10 from the 37.
I wish they'd have told us exactly what happened.
Pierre may have got up and didn't appreciate the being taken down by the collar by the kicker. It may have kind of gave him a little shove.
Receivers never getting tackled. Never like getting tackled by the kicker.
Fumble on the play. That's not good.
Looks like the Indians think they have it.
The Indians think they have it.
And do.
And they do. And that's not good.
No. That's Brandon.
Ball comes out, and the Indians recover at their own 35-yard line.
Well, we just can't let them get anything going early. Might give them some momentum, and we don't want that to happen.
Indian offense now comes back out. I formation, Esters at the fullback slot. Trotter back to pass, under pressure, gets the throw off.
Looked like a little interference.
Come on now.
Raymond
Hawkins was in position to catch that, and you can either call that a good defensive play by the defensive back for reaching across his shoulder to knock the pass away, or borderline pass interference.
Yeah, I don't. There was too much contact for there not to be a flag on that play. That would have really helped us out.
2nd and 10 after the incompletion.
Reverse and he drops
it. Ball's on the ground. He manages to pick it up, but he's wrapped up by the Devil defense at about the 38-yard line.
Turned it into a 3-yard gain.
And I tell you, the Indians are just putting it on the ground way too many times for their coach's liking.
They might have hold on to the ball drill this week.
They need to invest in a good old can of Stickum.
Down 37 from the 38.
Although you can't use that anymore.
No.
10:53 left to go in the third period of play. 21-3 your score in favor of the Blue Devils. Indians with the ball at their own 38. 3rd and 7. Trotter back to pass, rolling to his right. Looking downfield.
Caught it.
Caught. He had to come back for the pass. Let's see, that was...
Looks like he still needs a couple of yards.
I think that was number 14 there, Jeffcoat. Ball is set down at the 43-yard line. It's going to be 4th down now and about 3. See what the Indians choose to do here on their own 43-yard line on the 4th and 3.
Don't see a punter. They're going to run another play on their own side of the 50.
4th and 3 from their own 43, and this may just be a play lining up to try and draw us offside. We shall see. Penalty marker on the play.
Like a delay a game.
That is the call.
Delay a game call against the Indians.
Well, that option is off the book.
At least like your line to get up there and holler out a hut or two.
4th and 8.
4th down and 8 now from the 38-yard line, and the Indians will be forced to kick.
Yeah, a lot of teams that do that to give their punter some more room. And I don't think we got to worry about that on this one.
Sheffield gets the kick off. Brandon Hawkins misses it, but able to pick it back up. And he is hammered at about the 32-yard line. One of those came in just a little late there. Number 20 was, he was trailing along behind the deal a little late there and got in a shot. First and 10 now for the Blue Devils from their own 34-yard line, leading 21-3 with 9:38 left to go in the 3rd period of play.
We're going to get back on track on offense here.
This time the Harris brothers are on the right side of the line. Josh Sims and Stephen Hill on the left. Langdon and Thomas, your tight ends. Straight ahead to Shannon Crow goes the football.
Looks like they made a couple adjustments at halftime, the Indians did, and now they're going to stop that middle up whenever they see those two guards pull.
Get a one on the play, brings up 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 now. Pitch it back to Pierre. Pierre looking for running room. Breaks it to the outside.
Whoa.
And he gets hauled down at about the 48-yard line, but he's into Indian territory, and a 1st down for the Blue Devils.
That's a good sign whenever your running back's getting tackled by the shoulder pads on the way away from the guy.
Blue Devil 1st and 10 from the 49.
Like Danny and Larry pulled on that one and made a huge hole. Like Sims making a little hole, and Danny and Larry coming right behind him and widening it open even more.
1st and 10 now at the 48. Hawkins in motion. Johnson pitches it back to Brandon. Brandon tries to cut it up the field, and he's stopped dead in his tracks at the 50.
Good first number 10, Jesse Esters for the Indians.
May be wrong, but this offense on that play remind me a lot of the arena, how the arena teams run it. They get that back running, sweep behind the quarterback and go in motion, a big sweep in motion.
2nd down now, about 12. Oh, loss of 2 on the play. Johnson back to pass. Down the field. Pierre, oh my goodness, and it was right through his hands.
Yeah, both teams need a little sticky.
Incomplete pass as Pierre drops the sure 6.
After the incomplete pass, brings up 3rd and 12 from the 49 for the Blue Devils.
It wasn't the easiest of catches coming over your shoulder like that.
Third down now and 12. Hand it off to Pierre Allen around the corner. Allen gains some room, takes it down to about the 45.
The first from the 26, Trey Gary of the Indians.
And that's going to bring up a 4th down now and about 6.
And Stephen Hill got up. His left ankle looked like it was bothering him a little bit. It looked like he shook it off. He's limping a little.
Looks like they're going to go ahead and for the first time this evening, the punt team comes on.
Number 34 is Jeffrey Vance back in punt formation for the Blue Devils.
For the first time this evening, Jeffrey Vance, there's a penalty flag. Let's see.
Oh.
Delay a game call. Ball goes back to the Blue Devil 49.
Delay a game call against the Blue Devil. Brings up 4th and 11 from the 49.
Jeffrey gets a foot into it.
Tell you what, that was a great snap.
Hits at the 25 and rolls down inside the 20. And rolls all the way to about the 12. Nice kick there by Jeffrey Vance.
That was I tell you what, that you can tell they've really been working on that. That snap back there was tight and fast. Kicker had all the time in the world to get it off.
21-3 your score in favor of the Blue Devils. 6:49 to go in the 3rd period. Indians ball 1st and 10 from their own 13-yard line. They give it to fumble on the play, and the Blue Devils recovered it. Oh boy!
I'll tell you what.
Blue Devils recovered it at the 18, at about the 18-yard line, I believe. And you know the Indians coach did not want to see that occur.
I'll tell you what, it just seems like every other possession the ball is coming out on their side of the ball.
Ball's actually resting on the 19-yard line. And the Blue Devils look to cash in on an Indian mistake.
Hey, what when your offense doesn't produce a couple of times, that defense about the best offensive weapon.
Crow straight up the middle. Some of these folks here begin to give me just a little late with some of their pulling and snatching and carrying on here. They need to be a little careful with that.
Getting frustrated.
2nd and 9 from the 18 for the Blue Devils.
2nd and 8 now. Gain of about a yard.
Yeah, I'd be frustrated too if I was watching my offense and had to go right back on the field.
Allen goes in motion. They give it to Brandon Hawkins, cutting through the inside, down inside to about the 11.
That was a good job holding on to the ball. That defender hit him right on the ball, and he held on to it.
3rd down now and about 2.
3rd down, 3rd and 2 from the 11 for the Blue Devils.
Give it to Brandon Hawkins. He cuts up through the middle, still on his feet before he's finally wrestled down at about the 4-yard line. 1st down Blue Devils, 1st and goal as a matter of fact.
Well, Brandon's done a good job staying on his feet after he's gotten hit. I mean, he got hit, what, 3 times on that carry?
Took several licks. Blue Devils going to spread out the formation a little this time. Now, a little miscommunication somewhere, and the Devils are forced to call a timeout. We'll take a break here and be back. (21-3) your score in favor of the Blue Devils. Blue Devils with the ball, 1st and goal from the 4-yard line.
Also by H&S Sign Company, your hometown sign store.
Just got to see this one going in, the way our line's been handling the game so far.
Wouldn't be surprised to see the Devils go to the right.
Yeah, Big Sims on that side.
For the Blue Devils.
Oh, they faked him out and wide open.
Wide open for the option run by Antonio Johnson. Touchdown, Blue Devils.
I think the Indians were thinking what we were.
And Antonio puts it on the board. Now Tucker will be on for the extra point attempt out of Johnson's hole.
And Steve Tucker to attempt the extra point. Number 12, Antonio Johnson to hold.
Kick is up.
Oh,
and it is good. And that makes the score of the Water Valley Blue Devils 28. The Itawamba Indians 3 will be back for kickoff right after this. All right, 5 minutes and 1 second left to go in the third period. The Blue Devils up 28-3.
Number 10, Steve Tucker to kick off for the Blue Devils.
Tucker set to kick it off now.
Number 24, Corey Taylor back deep to receive for the Indians.
Taylor and Ashby back deep to receive. He gets it up high, and it's going to hit it about the 30. Well, actually, he called for a fair catch, and now there comes the flag, and then tried to run, which you cannot do.
That's right. I think he called for a fair catch, and then he saw the defenders coming and thought maybe he better run.
And the officials will, I'm not real sure what that is called, but I know you can't do it.
I don't know what it's called either, but I've seen it a lot.
And it's going to be a 5-yard penalty. They'll back them up to about the, let's see, 27. Illegal procedure. Your general call, it's illegal, and it was a procedure, so.
First and 10 from 27.
It's kind of like your miscellaneous call. When you ring something up in retail, when all else fails, ring it up under grocery.
That's right.
Timeout called, evidently. I think this one is by Itawamba. We'll take a break and be right back. First and 10 for the Indians from the 27. Tucker hands it off, and he gets it loose, but he's pulled down from behind.
Wrapped up at number 14, Brandon Hawkins.
That was number 14, Brandon Hawkins, tackling him up at about the 40-yard line, but that's not before he gets enough for a first down for the Indians.
Indians first and 10 from the 40.
Haven't seen a whole lot of runs out of the Indians of that length.
That was number 31, Ashby, on the carry there. Ester's in at fullback, running out of the eye. Tight end flinched.
Penalty mark on the play.
Number 40 rocked back in his stance, and that's a no-no.
They call that a illegal procedure.
Backs him up to first and 15 from the 35. Back to pass. Pass complete to Ashby.
Pass complete to Ashby.
He made a good.
And out of bounds he goes at about the 47-yard line of
number 14, Brandon Hawkins.
The Blue Devils.
Indian first down.
First and 10 now from the Blue Devil 47. Esters and Ashby in the backfield. Trotter goes out of the shotgun.
Trotter back to pass.
He's going
Trotter
deep.
under pressure.
Oh,
deep. Oh, and Brandon Hawkins turned the wrong way. If he'd have turned to the outside, he might have intercepted that ball.
Looked like he was throwing it to Brandon.
Jace Hamilton got a little pressure on Trotter.
There, his receiver was actually running down the right hash, or inside the right hash.
And he threw the outside.
That's right.
Somebody got their wires crossed. 2nd and 10 now for the Indians from the 47 of the Blue Devils.
Handed it off to the fullback.
Handed off to Esters. He goes down inside to 45.
Lost his helmet.
Lost his hat. 3rd down now and about 4. Closer to 5.
Third down, 3rd and 5 from the 43 for the Indians.
Trotter back to pass. Oh, complete down to the 36-yard line, complete to Jeffcoat, and that's just enough for a 1st down.
This has been probably their best drive so far tonight. Looks like they've moved the ball when they've wanted to, and
Indian 1st and 10.
I think the biggest part of the quarterback's hitting his receiver this time.
1st and 10 now for the Indians from the 37-yard line of the Blue Devils. 3 minutes and 20 seconds left to go in the 3rd quarter. 28-3 your score. Trotter low snap, gets it. Across
they're going to call it. Pass interference on Brandon.
Penalty flag thrown. And
he altered the receiver's route just a little.
Still don't think the ball was catchable.
Yeah, that's right.
After the penalty, it moves down to the 20. 1st and 10 for the Indians.
I haven't seen him jump yet, but I doubt it's that high. Like it was a good 4 foot over his head.
Handed off, and he is cut down in the backfield. That was Brandon Hawkins. Loss of about a yard.
No gain on play, brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20.
2nd and about 10. 2:40 left to go here in the 3rd period.
Trotter back to pass.
Trotter rolls out.
That's going to be...
Oh, almost intercepted by Brandon Hawkins as he cut in front of the receiver.
That's a dangerous throw right there. We looked downfield. I'm sure he saw the same thing. Both his receivers were covered up. Might just have to eat that one.
3rd down and 10 now.
2:26 in the 3rd quarter. I don't know.
I don't know that a field goal does you any good here.
Right. I don't know if they're going to be looking for a field goal.
Trotter takes a snap.
Back to pass.
Looking, had the receiver open, and he just threw behind him. Bo Jeffcoat was open momentarily, but the Trotter threw it behind him. So Itawamba faces a 4th and 10. So the defense faces a big test here on a 4th and 12 if they can shut down Itawamba here. This time the Indians send out slot receivers to the right, single receiver to the left. Esters and Ashby to the side of Trotter. Trotter rolls right, heaves downfield.
Intercepted
Yes,
by Brandon.
Brandon Hawkins intercepts the ball down at about the 7-yard line. Nice grab there by Hawkins.
Looks like he's hurt, his ankle.
And Hawkins gets up hobbling.
Like he sprained that ankle a little bit or tweaked it some.
He is definitely hobbling.
Blue Devils take over 1st and 10 from the 8.
And he comes off the field. That may be a cramp.
Oh, yep. It is a cramp. It is a cramp.
Yep. He was grabbing at his calf.
That's a huge relief.
Let's see. That was going to be number 6 carrying the ball there. That's going to be Gerardo Roberson. Roberson takes it up to about the 9.
Gain of 1 on the play brings up 2nd and 9 from the 9.
The way Brandon's been flying around this field, I think anybody have a cramp. You run around as much as he has been tonight.
And the humidity tonight has been pretty tough too. They gave it to Roberson again. Roberson cuts it up the field, takes it up to about the 18-yard line.
Number 9 and Prestige of the Indians.
Prestige makes the stop for the Indians. That's going to be enough for, I believe it's going to be enough for a first down. It could be close to it, depending on where the spot of the ball is. They may call for a measurement. Now they're going to go ahead and say it's first down. First down is the call. 1st and 10 Blue Devils with the ball resting just north of the 18-yard line.
It's time to chew the clock and get first downs. Uh-oh. Hard to say who jumped on that one.
Illegal procedure call against the Blue Devils.
One of the offensive line shot out early.
After the penalty brings up 1st and 15.
And we'll forgive them of that tonight.
with the job they've done so far, yeah. 1st and 15 now from the 14.
Oh, he kept it.
Antonio on a keeper.
Hit first from number 51, Cody Sheffield. Excuse me, number 51, Brandon Ray.
Like he might have got a foot. 18 seconds left in the quarter.
Yep. We're almost at the end of the 3rd period of play. 2nd down now and about 12.
They're standing. Sims hadn't even gotten down yet. Looks like they're going to just wait till the 4th quarter.
Looks like they're going to just let time expire here in the 3rd period.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter.
Uh-oh.
Well, now there comes a penalty flag out, but now the referee's calling for his attention. And I think you'll find that the clock expired before his time did.
Didn't look like they agreed.
Well,
see,
they're gonna call us for the delay of game. On the and you know,
you hear the boos now.
So, let's see. Now, that means
1 second.
This will be the last play of the third quarter.
Right.
With no time left on the clock.
They got 1 second up there right now, I think. It doesn't really matter, is it?
Yeah.
Second and 17 from the 12.
Second and 17 from the 12 after the penalty.
We need to get some yards, though, on the play.
Johnson back to pass. Down the middle looking for Jason Langdon. He just overthrew the Indians receiver, defensive back there, number 32. That's Shumpert, Marquez Shumpert. Incomplete, and that's the end of the third quarter. 28-3 your score. We'll be back with the fourth quarter after this. Third down and about 7 from their own 12. Or excuse me, third down and 17 from the 12. After a delay of game penalty that even the referee didn't seem to agree with, but we wound up with it anyway.
See what kind of big play we can come up with here. We need about, what, 17, 16?
They send Roberson in motion, and straight up through the middle went, I believe that was Shannon Crow, excuse me. And that's going to bring up a fourth down and about 16. And for only the second time this evening, Jeffrey Vance comes on to punt for the Blue Devils.
16 from the 13 for the Blue Devils. From 34, Jeffrey Vance back in punt formation for the Blue Devils. Number 21, Kenny McKinney.
Nice snap. Jeffrey gets a pretty good kick into it.
Turn it over, a lot of hang time.
Caught at about the 45 of the Blue Devils. And he's finally tackled inside the 40 at about the 37-yard line.
First by number 14, Brandon Hawkins for the Blue Devils. Assisted by number 13, Raymond Hawkins.
Yeah, usually you can tell how a team does by just going up to the punter after the game and say, how many times did you punt? If he says 2, you know high percentage that team won.
Stands a good chance anyway. First and 10 now for the Indians with the ball resting on the Blue Devils' 37-yard line. Indians trail 28-3 with 11:11 left in the contest. Trotter back to pass. Oh, my goodness. Albert Horton just ate his lunch.
Nobody blocked him.
Penalty markers on the play, however.
It's like it's on the Indian.
He's tackled all the way back at the 48. Illegal procedure against the Indians, and it's declined, and they'll take the results of the play, which are almost a 10-yard loss.
Right now, they're going the wrong way.
Actually, about 11-yard loss. Call it second and 21. Trotter.
Uh-oh, this might be picked.
Oh, hit him right in the chest. Gerardo Roberson. It hit him right in the 6, and he couldn't hold on.
I know he hated to miss that one.
That was intended for big number 10 out there, Jesse Esters.
Ball caught him a little bit off balance, so he had to turn around so much for it. That would have been a great catch had he caught it.
Brings up 3rd and 20.
Third down and 21 for the Indians now.
Back to pass.
Under pressure.
Oh, screen.
Number 21, McKinney.
They get the screen completed to number 21. That's McKinney. McKinney scores.
Uh-oh, got a flag.
Penalty flag. Guess what? Somebody act like they ain't never been in the end zone before and got called for an excessive celebration penalty. What do you want to bet?
Really don't even know what he did. It looked like he just ran the end zone and put the ball on the ground. Maybe he did something on the way into the end zone.
That may not be what it is, but usually when you see that flag down there, that's normally what it is.
He must have done something going into the end zone.
Unsportsmanlike conduct, excessive celebration.
Nobody hates that worse than the kicker.
So now the kicker, instead of having an extra point, will now have to kick from the
35 yards out.
Yeah. This turns into, extra point turns into a 35-yard field goal attempt for an extra point.
They got too many folks on the field.
Extra point with number 11, Nick Brown, to hold.
The kicker points that out to the extra player and directs him off the field. Low snap. The holder gets it down, and he pretty much drills it right through the open gate up there at the top of the hill.
Yeah, it don't get much better than that. Had plenty of distance, too. I think that one might have been good from 50.
The Indians are on the board, and that makes the score of the Water Valley Blue Devils 28, the Itawamba Indians 10. All right, we're back here now. Dozier set to kick off for the Indians. 10 minutes and 35 seconds left to go in the contest. Blue Devils leading 28-10. And truthfully, I wouldn't be surprised to see an onside kick.
It looks like they're lined up that way. They got 8 on the left side and 2 on the right. Cheerleaders over there for the Indians are on the warpath. There you go. Uh-oh.
Penalty marker on the play.
Looks like they're going to try to call Shannon Crow for stepping, or one of the guys for stepping over the line. I didn't think it was a penalty unless they were over the line and the ball was kicked.
Okay, they're going to get the yardage out of it. So now you'll kick off from the 45 instead of the 40.
I just don't see how they can call that penalty because the play hadn't started until the ball was kicked. It is an onside.
Goes high. Oh, and it's on the ground. Still on the ground.
Man. Indians look like they got it.
I don't know.
Oh no, they're saying Water Valley has it.
I believe the Blue Devils got on it on the bottom of the pile. Shannon Crow's making the signal that the Blue Devils have it.
The official pointed after he got down in the pile. He pointed right away. Water Valley had it.
I believe Pierre Allen got in there on the bottom of that pile and got that.
He must have got in there quick. And I saw that
take over 1st and 10 from the 34.
One of the Indians dive on top of it.
1st and 10 Blue Devils from their own 34-yard line. 10:28 to go. Penalty markers everywhere. Illegal procedure against the Blue Devils.
No, if we're getting tired now, we're getting a lot of illegal procedures on both ends of the ball.
After the penalty brings up 1st and 15 from the 29.
Definitely not as chirpy as they were in the first quarter. Oh,
more flags. Got a little mouthing going on out there. The official's pointing at somebody saying, all right, now we ain't gonna have none of that. Yep. That mouthing just cost them 15 yards too. Mr. Esters, I believe, number 10 was involved in that, and he just cost his team 15 yards. And a 1st down. Looked like they kind of had the Devils rocking back a little bit, jumping a little early.
They've been doing that all night. As soon as they get a little something going, they'll shoot themselves in the foot and give it right back.
First and 10 now for the Blue Devils from their own 45. Indian crowd getting a little vocal over there, trying to get their troops pumped up. There comes another flag. Pierre Allen with the ball, taking it up close to first down yardage, but
somebody need to grab Sims. He was getting a little upset with one of the Indian players.
The officials is illegal procedure against the Blue Devils.
Oh.
The referee is warning the Indian player, I think, about one more time, and he may take a little trip over there to the sideline and stay for the rest of the game.
You could tell he was upset.
Ball on the 40 now. First and 15 from the 40.
Uh-oh, ball came out.
Fumble on the play.
Uh-oh. Indians have that one.
And the Indians recover.
Sims is down. They're
Big
running out
Josh
after
is down on the ground. And we'll take a break here while we've got an injury timeout. First and 10 Indians from the Blue Devil 38-yard line after recovering the fumble. 10 minutes and 20 seconds left to go in the contest. 28-10 your score in favor of the Blue Devils. Indians have gotten on the board with the long screen pass earlier in the quarter and scored.
Trotter back to pass.
Trotter under pressure.
Uh-oh. Pass incomplete.
Pass is incomplete. Trotter didn't appreciate Justin Thomas popping him in the mouth as he let the ball go.
That was a good play by the officials over there. Both receiver and the defensive back making a play on the ball. There was contact, but they were both going for the ball.
Second and 10 now. Ball resting on the 39-yard line of the Blue Devils. Slot receivers to the right, single receiver left. Trotter in the shotgun.
Trotter back to pass.
Looking to his left. Oh,
he just
way overthrew Esters. That was intended for Esters out there on the left. And he was lucky he didn't get that one intercepted again, because that one was closer to Roberson than it was Esters. Third down now and 10.
A few times it's looked like he's been throwing at our defender instead of his receiver.
Oh, and folks, while I'm at it, I'm thinking about this. And looking at the TV, you may not be able to tell how nice this field looks tonight. You can't see how green it looks unless you're here in person. This field looks tremendous.
Well, they've really done a good job on it.
They give it to Ashby.
Number 71, Rob McLeod.
A lot of pushing and shoving and late hitting going on.
Ball came loose, I think, or may have came loose. Blue Devil, well, no, it was a Indian came up off the ground with a football. That's going to be close to first down yardage, but not quite. It's going to bring up a fourth down and about 2. Ball resting just outside the 30. They need to get to the 28, I think it is, or thereabouts for the first down. Big play here.
Well, they're going to call a timeout and think about it.
All right, 9 minutes and 30 seconds left to go in the football game. Scores 28-10 in favor of the Blue Devils. Josh Sims came out earlier with what looked like maybe a roll ankle, twisted ankle, maybe a knee. He is on the sidelines and has not gone back in. May not go back in the remainder of the evening. Probably not wanting to take a chance with doing any more damage than what may have already been done. Dr. Joe Walker down there on the sideline talking with him.
Keeping him back. I think he might want to go in.
4th and 2. They line up in the I.
Oh, looked like the Indians were early on that one.
On the play.
Trotter, illegal procedure on the Indians as they snapped the ball a little early.
You can tell when he's a little tired. First thing to go is a concentration a little bit on the line.
47 from the 36.
So they go from 4th and 2 to 4th and 6. Or 4th and 7, actually. Trotter in the shotgun. Ooh, high snap. He manages to get it. Oh, he was under pressure. Oh, goodness gracious.
Oh, pass interference, and he caught it. The quarterback, I don't know. I hope somebody looked like he might have been out of bounds.
I thought he was out of bounds when he threw that pass.
Looked like he was behind the coach.
Penalty marker down there on the sideline, but who?
Our defender looked like he was pushing on the receiver a little bit. It didn't matter. The receiver caught the ball inbounds, and then they threw the flag on us. Sure they'll do.
Pass interference against the Blue Devils called, and it's declined. The pass was complete. Indian ball at the 14-yard line of the Blue Devils. If he was in bounds, he was just in bounds because he was going out of bounds and he got rocked.
First drive hadn't taken very long. It looks like only about a minute and 5 or 6 seconds run off the clock on this drive.
Trotter under center. Give it to Ashby. Ashby nailed at the line of scrimmage. Penalty marker thrown.
Goodness. Get a flag every play.
They've really gotten to love throwing those yellow hankies here in the second half. Face mask against the Blue Devils. Oh. Let's see, evidently it must have been the inadvertent one because they only marked off 5 yards.
After the penalty brings up 1st and 5 from the 8.
Well, the Indians, good thing for us, they need 3 scores, 3 touchdowns. Unless they can convert two-point conversions.
Trotter under pressure, still rolling. And he just threw that one away there. That should be intentional grounding. Thank you. Thank you very much. There wasn't a receiver within a country mile of him. He threw that to avoid the loss.
In high school, Kenny, if he's not getting pressured, is it still?
Intentional grounding is the call.
He was getting pressured on that one.
He was under pressure, and he threw that to avoid the sack, and they'll back it up.
NFL, if they're outside the pocket and not getting pressured, they can throw it anywhere. But looked like he was pressured and threw it, no receiver around.
Intentional grounding is the call, and that's a loss of down as well.
That's right.
Takes the ball all the way back out to the 23-yard line.
It was a good play by the...
Where it'll be 2nd and about 2nd and 19 to call.
Good play by the DB to keep that receiver hemmed up.
Trotter rolls to the left. He's got a receiver open.
Oh,
he's down. Knee went down. Mikey Franks went to catch it, and when he did, he went down on the knee, and he's down on the spot there at about the 15. Gets back to the original line of scrimmage here, where it'll be 3rd down and about 11.
3rd down, 3rd and 11 from the 15 for the Indians.
Well, good news is the clock is running.
8:17. Trotter back to pass. Under pressure. Albert's coming.
That's going to be another. Oh, it should be.
That's close. There was a guy over there. I guess they're saying he was throwing at number 31 Ashby, but he was throwing it because Albert was breathing down his neck.
He wanted both hands to hit the ground. He didn't want to have that ball with him.
4th down now and about 11.
They're going to try to kick the field goal.
8:05. Well,
they are.
You still got to score 2 touchdowns after this, even if you kick it.
And convert the two-point
conversions. Dozier's setting up for a, let's see, it's going to be about a 33-yarder? Actually, 32-yarder.
This is big. If he misses this, it's
from the left hash mark. High snap. Kick is up.
He made it.
And the kick is good. And that makes your score, the Water Valley Blue Devils 28 and the Itawamba Indians 13. We'll be back with kickoff right after this. (28-13) in favor of Water Valley, and this has been a tale, Steve, basically of 2 halves. The first half belonged to the Blue Devils, and the second has belonged to the Indians.
Yeah, I think their coach went in there and lit a fire under them at halftime, made a few adjustments, and I don't know, that just looked like they haven't, it looked like they've been a little better on offense.
Dozier set to kick it once again.
Nope,
you can't do that. He touched it. I believe the Blue Devils have recovered it, but he touched it before it went 10 yards. As he touched it at about the 46.
That's right. That's where Water Valley is going to get the ball.
Yep, they're marking it well, actually it's going to be about the 47. Closer to between 47 and 48.
Yeah, and they're going, yeah, that's right. You have to put it where the guy touched it.
And that's where the Blue Devils get the ball.
Well, that's
in Indian territory at the 48.
1st and 10 for the 48.
That guy's got to let that one go through. There's no telling what it was going to do when it hit the ground.
Evidently, Josh Sims must not be hurt too bad because Big 5-0 is back in the contest. Pierre Allen in motion there. Pierre with the catch. Pierre's off to the races. Look out, people!
He's got it.
Put it on the board! Touchdown, Blue Devils, as he just outrun Jesse Esters.
Pretty much, that's probably the nail right there.
There goes the cannon.
They had the whole defense going the wrong way.
Stephen Tucker on now for the extra point attempt. And the Indians had kind of had their hopes up there, and that run there just kind of deflates it. 48-yard touchdown run.
They blew a whistle.
They blew a whistle, and I think he hooked it. They said it was no good, but who's the penalty going to be on? Or is there a flag?
Penalty mark on the flag.
Okay. Illegal procedure against the Blue Devils.
Illegal procedure called on the Blue Devils.
Evidently, they have no option of denying or not taking the penalty. So Tucker will retry from about the 15. Snap is back.
Looks like that was good.
He drills that one. And from 25 yards out, Tucker drills the extra point, and that makes the score the Water Valley Blue Devils 35, the Itawamba Indians 13. .746 to go here in the contest. 35-13 is your score now as Tucker connects after the penalty was assessed from 25 yards out.
Doug, people at home just missed the head coach getting a little standing O from the crowd and the team getting a standing O from the crowd. I think they're a little impressed with the performance tonight.
Tucker gets a strong foot into it again. Ball caught at about the 24 on the run by Ashby. Ashby looking for some blockers. And Justin Mitchell finally wrestles him to the ground up at about the 43-yard line.
Justin Mitchell of the Blue Devil.
And the Indians will take over 1st and 10 at their own 43-yard line with 7 minutes and 39 seconds left to go.
Still not over.
No, not by a long shot. Trotter has shown. Trotter under center. Ball's in the air. Recovered by Shannon Crow, and the Blue Devils have it. What is that racket I hear in the background? Could it be a fat lady tuning up? Ball just came loose and shot straight up in the air.
That was crazy.
I'm not real sure who lost. It looked almost like somebody squeezed a grape seed and the ball just went.
It may have happened too fast for me to see it, but from the look of the ball, it looked like the quarterback backed up into a running back, and maybe the running back knocked it out.
James Johnson out here on the left going, hey, nobody on me.
He's wide open, and they hadn't even looked at him yet. Get up.
James is like, ain't nobody on me.
Oh, and they
hand it off to Pierre Allen, penalty marker on the play.
Didn't really need to throw it anyway.
Penalty marker on the play.
The referee's been busy in the second half.
Evidently, it's against the Blue Devils. Calling for the defensive captain. Illegal procedure.
Illegal procedure called on the Blue Devils.
Oh, they're saying we didn't have, acting like we didn't have enough men on the field, but
Coach Hammond's like, huh?
James Johnson sitting over here by himself. I think the referee's going.
James Johnson was clearly on the field now because he was over here waving at his quarterback like, I'm uncovered, I'm uncovered.
Just because the Indians didn't see him, that mean he wasn't there. They're waving it all
okay,
right.
Now they pick it up. Okay, they weren't counting James, I guess, as being actually on the field. But he was.
Saw him. Brings up second down, 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 now from the 42.
Run the clock.
7:16 and counting. They give it to Brandon Hawkins. He cuts it up the field, and he is stopped at the line of scrimmage.
For the Indians.
Looks like he might have lost a yard. They didn't give him the forward progress.
3rd down and about 5.
Third down, 3rd and 6 from the 43.
Well, this time somebody actually notices James is in the game, and he's got a man covering him. They give it to Pierre Allen. Pierre Allen off the left side.
Looked like a yard short.
Ty Crane of the Indians.
Oh no!
Stopped at about the 38-yard line. Going to be about a yard short. 4th and about a little over a yard.
4th down, 4th and 1 from the 38.
This is the time where you just line up behind that big line, O-line that's done the job all night long, and give it to Shannon Crow and let Shannon get a yard.
Yeah, I think I'd run behind Sims, even though his knee is bothering him a little.
Well, Antonio just keeps it and he keeps going right on.
Uh-oh, got a little
scrum going down there between the center and number 2.
Center.
Brandon Sheffield. William come off the ball and just kept driving downfield and took Sheffield with him.
He's still fired up.
Enough for the 1st down, and that is the official timeout for the water break here at 5:39 to go. Ball resting on the Indian 34. Straight up the middle to Crow. Shannon takes it down to about the 30, maybe inside the 30.
Bulled his way for 5 yards.
Gained about 5. Well, call it actually about 4, I guess.
Yeah.
2nd and 6. That play may look real familiar. We may see a lot of that here in the next couple of minutes.
I hope so. Oh, another illegal procedure.
Procedure call again, I'm thinking. Penalty flag on the play.
Timeout, Blue
Devils. Timeout.
Good.
Blue Devils. We'll take a break here and be right back. 2nd and 6 for the Blue Devils from the 30. Give it to Pierre Allen. Pierre Allen breaks it through the middle. Pierre still on his feet, down inside the 20. Takes it down to about the 18. 1st and 10, Blue Devils.
Blue Devils first down.
The Indians are giving up just a little bit.
Mark the ball on the 18-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Devils. 4:34 and counting. Pitch it back to Brandon Hawkins. Hawkins with a hold out of the middle. Takes it down inside the 5. 1st and goal, Blue Devils.
Stop by Estes for the Indians. Another Blue Devil first down.
In this situation, you don't like the clock to stop for the first down.
Goal for the 5.
You want to keep on going.
Johnson gives it to Hawkins. Hawkins down inside the 5 to about the 2. 2nd and goal from the 2.
Second down, 2nd and goal from the 2.
3:22 and counting. 35-13 your score in favor of the Blue Devils, with the Blue Devils threatening here to kick the door in. Johnson straight ahead. Crow, touchdown, Blue Devils.
Whoa.
And there goes the cannon.
You still don't get used to that. Still haven't.
They burned up a lot of powder over there this evening.
I figure I've heard over 1,000 of those and I still haven't gotten used to it.
Tucker on now for the extra point attempt out of the hole to Johnson.
Tucker will pick the extra point for number 12, Antonio Johnson to hold.
Low snap.
Oh, it's a fake.
Johnson for 2. Complete pass to number 29. That's Jeremy Caldwell. And that makes it 43-13, and the Blue Devils are up by 30. We'll take a break and be back for kickoff after this. All right, Tucker set to kick it off. Gets his foot into it.
That's a good one.
Caught it about the 25 there by number 7. That's Cedric Walls. Walls still on his feet, looking for a hole upfield. He's finally wrestled down up at about the 45-yard line there by, that was number 66. And that's going to be Larry Harris. And now some of the younger kids should get a little playing time here on defense.
Indians take over 1st and 10 from the 45.
Always my favorite part of the game when I was in high school, because I was back up. I was the 3rd or 4th string outside linebacker, believe it or not.
43-13.
Got to get in there and get hit a few times.
Timeout, Itawamba. First down Indians from their own 45.
Ashby on the kick.
Hand it off to Ashby, new quarterback in the game, number 15, Brett Jeffcoat, handling the QB duties. Ashby carries it down inside Blue Devil territory to the 48-yard line, where it'll be second down and about 3. Make it 4. 2:32 and counting.
And 6 on play brings up second down.
Yeah, it's a different team out there for Water Valley.
Number 71, Rod McLeod. Number 73, Kevin West. High snap. Jeffcoat completes it out there to 34. It's Coffee. Enough for a first down.
Indians first down.
Indians move the chains. Ball will rest on the 43-yard line of the Blue Devils. Under 2 minutes to go now here.
Indians first and 10 from the 43.
Jeffrey Vance in at one of the defensive end spots.
Go back to pass.
Down the field, way overthrown. Nice arm shown there by Jeffcoat.
Used to running with the, he was thinking he was throwing to the first string receiver.
Third down now, or well, excuse me, second down. And 10 after the incompletion.
Brings up second and 10 from the 43 for the Indians.
Jeffcoat, just a 9th grader. The future for the Indians.
Showed a pretty good arm on that throw.
Jeffcoat back to pass.
Jeffcoat under pressure, penalty marker down. Tipped away at the last second there by number 1, James Johnson. Nice play.
The Blue Devils. Intended for number 24, Corey Taylor.
Well, they may just, they're going to pick that up and wave it off. Third down after the incomplete pass.
What?
Jeffcoat under pressure.
It's going to be
and he is sacked by number 33, Jose Bradford.
Jose Bradford for the Blue Devils.
Jose was showing some pretty quick closing speed there from the outside. Drops him for a loss all the way back to the 49. Fourth down now and 15.
Fourth down, 4th and 17 from the 49.
They'll make it 17. Under a minute to go here. And let's see, is Jake Long bringing the play in from the sideline. Flag, that's probably going to be a delay of game. And that is the call.
Delay of game.
Back them up 5 more.
We got 30 seconds left.
30.7 seconds left in the contest. And here we go.
We'd like to remind everybody that next week's game will be played at Shannon. The week after that will be Lafayette. In 3 weeks, come back here.
Fourth down and what, 20, 21?
Fourth in the bunch. Jeffcoat.
Back to pass.
Across the middle. Almost intercepted, but it was completed there to Long at about the 37-yard line.
Well,
21 seconds left to go, but it's not enough for a first down.
So the clock's going to stop on the change possession.
Ball goes over on downs to the Blue Devils.
Take over on downs.
At their own 37-yard line with 21 seconds left. And let's see who's going to run the show here.
Jacksonville, when I was with the Jaguars, we had a name for this play. It was called the victory play. Everybody just hollered out V, and that meant the end of the game, and we were going to win.
Jarvis Roberson, number 11, comes in to run the show at quarterback here with the last 21 seconds. I wouldn't be surprised if Jarvis just took the snap and took a knee.
Oh, we called a timeout.
Jarvis Roberson in the ball game as QB. Jarvis just running it straight ahead on the quarterback keeper. Gains about 3 up to about the 43-yard line. 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that's going to be it. And that is the end of this contest. And the Water Valley Blue Devils come out victorious, 43-13 over the Itawamba Indians. Doug Carter here with Steve Lindsay sitting in for Lane Hart. But we should all be back next week in our usual spots as we go on the road to Shannon to take on the Red Raiders as another tough 4A school comes up on the schedule next week.